Hi guys, this is Zach from Watches on You, and today I'm going to be taking a look at a very unique Rolex. This is the new Rolex Air King that was just released a few years ago, but now let's take this watch down to the pad and get a closer look at it. Okay guys, here's the watch in greater detail, and right away I'm going to actually go over a little bit of the history behind this piece. So the original Air King was made in the mid-1900s, and what Rolex tried to do when they made it is really play off kind of what was happening at that time, because at that time there were a lot of new aviation records being set and many new planes and things coming out, so there's a big kind of social focus on aviation, and Rolex really wanted to play off that by producing the Air King, which was really geared toward pilots and just other aviation aspects of the like. So, but now I'm going to move on to this exact piece. So this is the new Rolex Air King, which was just released a few years ago, and there are very, very nice features on it. So first off, I'm going to go over the case. Now the case is a 40mm 904L stainless steel case, and one thing about Rolex's 904L is I think it really shines a lot better than most watch steels, because you can really see that it has a bit of a lighter tone, at least that's what I see when I look at it, and it really lets the sun lights shine off it very, very well. And another thing that really plays on that is Rolex's extremely uniform and high quality brushing, where as you can see that just flows down the bracelet. You can see the beautiful lines of light going across from the reflections, and it's perfectly uniform leading up into the case as well, and that just allows it to look a lot better when worn on the wrist. Now this also has a variety of polished sides, which again look fantastic. You can see on the bezel there, it is a clean mirror. They did a great job with that. And then on the sides of the case, they're also polished. You may notice though on this piece that they're a little foggy. That's because it still has the factory protective plastic stickers on there. So that is a clean mirror as well, just like the bezel once you take those off. So now moving on to the dial. Now the dial of this piece is very, very unique, especially to Rolex. It's the only Rolex currently made that has like 3 different colors for their logo. You can see the Oyster Perpetuals in white, the Rolex is in green, and then the crown sitting on top of Rolex is in a bright yellow. Now this obviously gives it an extremely unique look when compared to other Rolexes, and I think this was really again made as a modern day alternative to the Rolex Explorer, which shares a lot of the same features as this piece. And speaking of which, the original Air King was also made in rare cases in the Explorer case, and we actually did review one of those, so if you want to go check out that review on our channel, you can do that too. But also one other interesting aspect about this watch is the green second hand as well, which is seen, and that complements the Rolex in green very, very well. Another thing that I like about it is the minute on the minutes being displayed as indices instead of just hours, but then you still have the 3, 6, and 9, which again gives it a little bit more of a unique look, and the minutes a lot of times are a bit more useful to have than the direct hours. And it also makes the dial extremely easy to read, so if you just have a quick glance at this, you'll easily be able to see what time it is. So now I'm going to put this watch on the wrist, but before I do, I'm going to actually show you guys the clasp a little bit. The clasp is Rolex's typical Oyster clasp. You can see you have to you pull up. It's not like a Submariner clasp. You just pull up a little bit there and then it will open up. So to put it on the wrist, it's very, very simple. There's no safety. You don't have to worry about any of that, but yet it's still not going to come off your wrist. That should not be an issue with this piece at all. So here it is on the wrist, and the 40mm size, I've said this in basically all my videos, that is my favorite size of basically any watch. I think you could easily have a 40mm dress watch, even though that's a bit big for my taste. I prefer more 38 for that, but as a sports watch, 40 is perfect. I mean, you do not, in my opinion, you don't want an obnoxiously bit large 45mm watch. I think that makes it a little bit too uncomfortable, and it just looks a little bit obnoxious when you're wearing it. But this looks perfect. I have a 7-inch wrist for reference, and I think this fits my wrist very, very well. The bracelet is extremely comfortable, no hair pinching at all, as there never is with really any Rolexes. So again, very comfortable on the wrist, great feel, nice thickness for a sports watch, absolutely fantastic. It feels a lot like the Rolex Explorer on the wrist. So Overall, this piece is a great option if you're looking for a more entry-level Rolex, but you want it to be very, very unique. I'd say the Explorer has really been the only watch to really fill this model range in Rolex's collection, as it was really the only cheaper steel sports watch, unless you include the Datejust. But so this watch really offers a great alternative, and it has a little bit more unique features on the dial as well, such as the different splashes of color that add just to make the dial pop a bit more. But overall, this watch is available here at Wixon Jewelers in Bloomington, Minnesota for $6,200, and that's the regular Rolex retail price. And given the quality that you get, and this is a brand new piece, you have to take that in mind either, the Rolex quality is really unsurpassed in the under $10,000 range. So I think that actually is a pretty good value for money, as you're getting a absolutely fabulous piece that will last you a lifetime for sure, and it looks absolutely fantastic on the wrist as well. So thank you for watching this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.